Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay Gales and welcome to my project for this Facilitating Learning course. So I took a very different approach to this project. As a student that already completed my capstone, I spoke to Professor Gale and I was stuck because I already completed my culminating project. I completed many projects at this point, and this is my very last course in the Mallet program, which I am very excited about. Um, so this is why you are going to notice my approach is a little different. So I created a digital data tracker, and my purpose was to create this digital platform using Google Sheets where I can keep all of my data, and not just data, but really important notes, calendars, birthdays, it, any important information that really shouldn't live in a notebook, shouldn't live on a sticky note. I wanted to make it accessible in one space. As we know, there are many times where we may be sick and we have to work from home. This is a way that you have all of your important information in one document. So really making it more simplistic was my goal. So my audience was actually a professional development workshop. So I acted as the instructor of this workshop for K through 12 teachers. And I utilize Google Classroom as my workshop space. And in a second, I'll walk through everything so you can view it. My curricular content was all subjects, really. This touches on every aspect that a teacher may need, and it really can be flexible to fit your classroom dynamic. So I decided to create this because I thought, at this point, I want to create something that I'm actually going to use. And at the time of, creating this, deciding what I was going to do for my project, I was asked to be a CT classroom for the first year. And that's where this idea blossomed from, where, okay, so now I'm going to be working with a special education teacher. My room is not really going to be just mine anymore. I'm going to have to learn how to collaborate. And this is a resource that I think is going to be beautiful for us to have all of our information together. My learning outcomes, students will organize data into the digital data tracker. Students will design their own data tracker to fit their personal individual needs. And students will select areas throughout this project that needs improvement, or throughout the digital data tracker that need improvement. I have a few different assessments. You'll see in a few moments that I am able to view my students' data trackers. So that's a way I can assess if they're understanding how to manipulate the data tracker to fit their needs, and also having student feedback. That's really what's going to show me what they understood, and then what they could then put back into the project. I used the constructivist approach to create this project because me, as the instructor, have students that are actually teachers, and they are going to bring their own pasts, their own experiences into this workshop. They're going to know which tabs that they should focus on, which tabs should live in their digital tracker. I may not have the same tabs as a ninth grade history teacher. You're seeing a second grade CT classroom view. So the view is really going to shift and change. And their experiences, they're going to use those experiences to then offer feedback on how to strengthen this resource. So without further ado, let's dive in, and I will touch on the activities as well. So a quick view of my digital data tracker, which you are going to have access to view yourselves. I will link below. So I included a class roster, a birthday schedule, okay, and I'm not seeing my pull bar. There we go. Okay, so all the way through the months. I have an allergy medication tab where I can list important notes, a parent contact tab with emails, relationships, numbers, addresses, a dismissal list. So I know how students will be dismissed. This is also a great resource that you can copy and paste specific tabs to your substitutes. Student checklists, you can easily access this document and print this off. This is something that you can utilize for permission slips, various code of conduct forms that you have throughout the school year. And then I created 2 different grade books. So I have a yellow and orange version and a blue and green version. I have a pacing guide so you can map out your targets for the month, for each month, IEP goals, listing needs, classifications, accommodations and modifications, and testing accommodations as well. I created a service calendar. So, you know, I suspect that already I feel like students have been pulled for counseling sessions, for speech sessions, and now I'm going to have OT-PT possibly in the mix as well, and students working with different reading teachers and special education teachers. So I want to make sure that I have a schedule, and then I am going to copy and paste this schedule directly into my plan book that I use. I have a benchmark result so you can track student scores. I have both reading and math. I put science in there. You'll see in one of my videos. And then AIS groups, both math and reading, which I walk through how to create small groups. I have an annual review and reevaluation sheet as well, a CSE meeting calendar, a really important note section that you can really keep track of what you discussed, and then a general to-do list. So this is the data tracker itself. And now let's shift over to my Google Classroom. Okay, so this is what my digital data tracker workshop classroom looks like. And I organized it with modules. So first, you're going to notice every module is accompanied by a video that I used Screencast-O-Matic to create these videos. So first I walk through what a digital data tracker is and why it should be used in your classroom. I am speaking as the workshop instructor, so you will notice that I am giving more of a pitch. Okay, then I walk through the resource. I make sure that in the instructions I give a little overview of what I'm going to talk about. So I specifically walk through all the resources that I just showed you. And then I dive really deeply in a 2-part video where I dive into every single tab and what you could add to the tabs, how you could make it your own. Then I dive into Module 3, which is walking through a case study per se. So this is a sample. So I went in and I completed a few different sections so that the instructor could get an idea on how you could manipulate this resource to fit your needs. And then I have Module 4 are my activities. My activities is where the student is given a blank digital data tracker they will make a copy of, and they will watch my video on how to manipulate the gradebook. So the gradebook is the first thing, and then they're going to go dive in and create the gradebook. I do the same with the benchmark tab. So then I'm going to teach students how to access their benchmark scores and input that. And then in activity 3, we use the benchmark data to organize our small groups. And in module 5, I walk through a video on how you can utilize this resource for planning and for strategizing throughout the school year. One thing I did not touch on as much, but I do have a pacing guide in there as well. I didn't bring that up in the video, but a pacing guide is a brilliant way for you to plan and just kind of get ahead and be aware when holidays pop up. You're going to have less time, especially in the December, November, February, April, when you start having breaks. You really want to make sure that you reflect that in your calendar when you're tracking. I think every teacher should have a pacing guide so that you don't have an oopsies moment at the end of the year where you're like, I have like 4 units in 3 weeks to teach them. We all have been there. And then at the end, we are concluded with a feedback survey. So I have a question. I would love for anyone accessing the workshop to then go back and give me feedback on how I can make it better. So overall, this is my project. I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy. It is definitely something I'm going to utilize next year. And I hope you enjoyed my twist on this project, where I actually became like a professional development training instead, and my students are actually teachers themselves. So enjoy viewing all my videos, enjoy looking at my Google Classroom, and please message me directly if you have any questions or have trouble accessing any of these tabs and resources. Thank you so much, and I look forward to viewing your projects.